I'm wondering what your reaction is, first of all, just to the scope, the pace of changes that Trump and Elon Musk are making to the federal government.
Well, they're trying to overwhelm us in order to slide through a lot of the really toxic programs that they're trying for. And the fact of the matter is, Elon Musk is in the U.S. Treasury. That's a amount of data that is staggering to the American people. And the fact of the matter is, they're in the system. Elon Musk is in, which means that even if we get him out, we have no idea he's put backdoors into all of these programs. And as far as USAID is concerned and State Department, this is about our national security. These programs are funded in order to ensure America's national security. And it's quite terrifying to me that you've got somebody like Elon Musk, who's not been elected by the American people, hasn't been vetted by the United States Senate, is in there having access to all of these financial instruments.
You voted to confirm Marco Rubio as Secretary of State. He's now, I guess, acting USAID administrator. What do you think that's going to look like under his leadership? I mean, why do you think USAID matters?
Well, let me answer that second question first, and I'm going to do it by quoting Ronald Reagan. And he said, and I quote, "The ultimate importance to the United States of our security and development assistance programs cannot be exaggerated." That's Ronald Reagan, who talked about peace through security, was about the military, but also about the aid programs are critically important to America's national security. I am deeply, deeply disappointed in Marco Rubio. We met with him prior to the vote and asked him about the freeze that would come to USAID programs. And he reassured the members of the committee that, that it would be turned back on and that babies would not die, medicine would not be prevented from being distributed. But that's exactly what's happening right now. We going to have a humanitarian crisis on our hands as a result of this funding cut.
Why do you think it is that Elon Musk has become so fixated on USAID, saying it's a left-wing psyop, that it's a criminal organization?
I think this is just a money grab. This is all about them trying to find ways to fund their billionaire tax cuts. And this is one way that they can do it. This is really a power play. I can't get in. I don't understand the head of Elon Musk. I don't want to try to get into his head. I mean, this is a guy who made two Heil Hitler salutes recently. And it's terrifying to me that the president of the United States has given this guy access to your data, my data, all Americans' financial data. This is not someone that I think should be trusted with access to the U.S. Treasury data files or to the State Department.
As you know, the president suggested that DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, may have played a role in last week's tragic air crash in Washington. I guess he was talking about the controllers, or I'm not sure exactly whom. Countless government websites have been taken down or scrubbed of information and language the new administration has declared taboo. I mean, do Democrats have any recourse? I mean, it doesn't seem like... there's obviously a lack of leadership in the Democratic Party.
Well, I think that we're taking a multi-pronged approach. You see our governors and our attorneys generals filing the lawsuits. That's the first step. And I have been in contact with both my attorney general, mayor of Chicago, as well as the governor of Illinois in our efforts to push back from the states, because that's who can file those lawsuits. At the United States Senate, where I sit, I've already started voting no on all of the Trump nominees. And we are starting now to make sure that we push back as hard as we can to prevent the Trump agenda from moving forward. We will be introducing some legislation as well. So this is something we have to come at from all levels. And the other thing that we can do is talk to our constituents, talk to the folks out there and say, hey, if you're being affected by this, if you start to not get your Social Security money, if you are, one of these programs that's helping refugees and suddenly the funding is cut off, if your child's Medicaid program gets cut off because the portal is shut down, you need to make sure that you let people know, because the only way that we can fight back is through unity in our action. Yes, the Democratic Party, yes, Democrats are going to be leading the fight on this, but this is also at all levels of government. We have to push back, and we can't just roll over for Donald Trump and his cronies.
Senator Duckworth, I appreciate it. Thank you.